Hey everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is episode one of, I guess the title right now is Life Through My Eyes. For the ones that are just now joining me, thank you for checking out my YouTube channel. This channel is based on my experiences and my trials, tribulations, and successes of living life with a disability. I use a wheelchair, and navigating life in the able bodied world that is not set up in the correct manner for the disabled community as a whole. In today's episode, I believe I kind of juggled it around a little bit, but I believe today's episode is going to be on being seen for the right reasons. And what I mean by that is when you have a physical disability and you are out in public, whether it's, at the grocery store or you're at work or maybe you're going to the mall or the movies or, down here in Florida, we have all the theme parks. So you're walking through the theme parks. And for me personally, when I'm going into these public places and these public situations, I always see people people looking at me, people staring at me, and that tends to wear me down. Even at my age at 41, I've had a lot of people stare at me through the years, and it never gets any easier when people stare. And I'm trying to, I guess, figure out why people are staring. And if they do have questions, why don't they just come up and ask? And I know that's a lot easier said than done, but I would much rather a person come up to me and talk to me about my disability and talk to me about my condition or, whatever's on their mind, rather than just someone, staring me down. And it just really weighs on me, and it does give me a lot of social anxieties as well, where I don't want to go out in public, but again, in the same breath, I do, because I don't want to be alienated, and I don't want to be, just stuck in my apartment, you know, for days on end unless I go to work, and then I come back home and then just, am by myself, you know, 18 hours out, 18, 20 hours a day, whatever. Um, and it's so that part of the disability is hard because, yes, I want to be seen, but I want to be seen for Kirby. I don't want to be seen as the dude in a wheelchair. I don't want. I don't want that, and I'm trying to figure out, at least on my side of things. And for the ones that are listening and watching this, please comment. Give me your advice. But I'm trying to figure out how to, I guess, close that gap of if someone's actually staring me down, before I get all defensive and kind of push up my wall even higher. Do I as the person with the disability, do I go over to that person and do I just openly say, excuse me, do you have any questions or things like that, or is it more of kind of a kind of an ignoring thing, which I've done, through the years, and the ignoring the when I ignore it, the problem doesn't go away. You know, like person A may may stare me down, and then person B may not, and then it go throughout the day, and then I'll have 20 people staring me down, and then the rest of them don't, or whatever. And so it's a very uneasy feeling, and it makes me feel, and I don't want this to come out like woe is me or anything, but it makes me feel like an outcast, and it makes me feel like an outsider, to where I, like I said earlier, I just don't want to go out because I don't want to have to face that. So with that being said, another issue with the being seen for the right reasons is kids, and I love kids. They're great. You know, I hang out with kids most of the day, actually, at work. But when a kid comes up to me, and their first question is, "What happened to you?" or "What's that?" and they're pointing to the wheelchair, and questions along those lines. It's very, it throws me off because most of the time that 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 does happen, I'm at work, so I'm in work mode, and I'm focused on the task at hand for work. And when I get asked that question, it kind of derails me, so I have to pivot and kind of shift my way of thinking to what the little kid has asked. And so, and that's fine. Kids will be kids. They'll ask whatever they want. They're brutally honest, and so they'll ask whatever they want. But I will say this: if the parent of that kid doesn't speak up, or at least educate the kid even beforehand, about disabilities and other things that are out in the world, it kind of puts the pressure on me as the disabled person to kind of educate that person's child. And the way that I explain things, and the way that I voice things and view things may not be the exact same way that the parent views and sees things as well. So I may say something that's totally true about me and my situation, but it may scare the kid to where it now upsets and makes the parent mad. Now the parent's mad at me for answering the kid's question when the parent didn't step in and say, I'll talk to you later about it, or the parent didn't ask me, can we tag team and kind of talk together about this to my child. And so that puts a lot of, like I said, puts a lot of stress on me on how to diffuse that situation. And for me, that's just something I don't think that the average person has to deal with on almost a daily basis, is the stares and the questions and the just the constant barrage of why are you different. And that really, again, that just plays on the anxieties and the mental health issues that I have, to where I question myself, and I question who I am, and I question why the way I am. Why am I the way? I can't even talk. Why am I the way that I am? what is my purpose? And so that's, that's kind of what I'm going through personally right now, and in my own life right now. It's like, what is my purpose? Why am I, why am I here? In a sense, you know, if I if if I'm if I'm if I'm dealt this hand, there's got to be a reason for the hand. And so that's one reason I started this channel is a to just to get my voice out and be heard, and to also, like I said, those experiences that I just mentioned at when I'm at work, you know, I'm in work mode, like I said, and I'm turned. I'm that happy person. I'm that smile that I was telling you about in the entrance video. Behind the smile, this is what's going through my head. Is why am I being asked this question? Why is this person staring at me? You know, when I'm teaching, or when I'm talking about what I talk about at work, is this person staring at me because I'm saying something interesting, or am I saying something wrong that he knows it's wrong, but he's not going to tell me, or is it because of my chair? And to just go one step further, this has happened multiple times, and it has. I'm just dumbfounded by this one personally, and it's nothing against anybody. Again, I'm not trying to pinpoint and say this person's bad or whatever, but when I'm out in public, and I'm working, I'll just stick with the work for right now. I've had multiple people come up to me and say, "Thank you for working. Thank you for working." And these are customers, and these are not my coworkers, but these are the people that we serve. And to me, that's just a idiotic comment to make, because in my mind, you're telling me that disabled people can't work, disabled people shouldn't work, and it surprises you that we do work. I know, countless people with disabilities of all walks of life. I know doctors. I know teachers. I know social workers. Just all walks of life, and we do the job because we love that job. But yes, we may do it a little bit different than my coworkers, of course. But it's not a miracle. It's not a holy crap. This is an alien concept, and it's really not an alien concept. I work to provide for myself. I work to earn money, and it blows my mind that people have this mindset of, wow, you can work. I mean, like, really? That's like me walking up to someone that's 6'4", and saying, wow, you play basketball. No, I mean, that person may not, but I mean, it's the same type of thing. It's like, it blows my mind. It really does. But yeah, this is one of the issues that I struggle with on a daily basis, and it makes me see my disability inward amplified. So I mean, I already deal with it 24/7. But when the stares happen, when the comments happen, when the questions happen, it just makes the disability that much bigger. And that really hurts, and that really just amplifies that depression that I have. And all of these feelings are behind the smiles that I put out at work and put out at when I'm at Publix or Walmart or the movies or whatever, and it again, I'm kind of losing my train of thought, but it's hard to hear those things on a daily basis and remain positive. And that's the thing. Being positive for the disabled community, or at least in my case, it's a struggle on a daily basis, and that's just because of the disability. And that's not even including the day-to-day stresses of life, like COVID and traffic and just all your normal stuff. It just is on top of everything else, and it's just like I said, it's just one of my stresses, and it's just one of my griefs that I don't talk about, because it's really no one's fault. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know, but I'm not blaming anybody, but also I'm the one who has to answer the questions. I'm the one who has to correct your child, or maybe tell your child something that you don't want your child to hear, because it may scare your child. And I just think that's unfair. And I really wish that I could go out in public, wherever it may be, and do the things that I need to do, and do the things I want to do, without the constant anxiety and outright fear of the people staring at me, of the people talking behind my back, of the people who don't believe that I can do something because of my chair, and because I'm in a chair and I'm different. That just weighs on me. And so that was the topic for today. I know this one ran a little bit long, and I'm sorry, and I know I rambled on this one. I will get better at this, I promise. This one almost took 20 minutes. But yes, again, thank you for tuning in and listening to episode 1. Episode 2 will be next week at some point. Like I said, I will try to do one a week, and they will get further in depth as I go on, and as I feel more comfortable, they will get deeper, and they'll get more personal, and they'll get, again, more real and more raw. I mean, so if you like this content, and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, so you know when I'm uploading a new video. And I hope everybody has a great day and a good evening. And I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.